And finally, let's finally watch these bonus events. So the first one does not have story spoilers. The second two obviously do, given the point that we got to where we finally unlocked them. Oh, magical night. I'm running. Keep running and running, and I can't stop. If I do, then... It all happens in an instant. I'm suddenly falling forward, my feet slipping from underneath me. I hit the boards and everything goes black. Nightmare? Pardon? Excuse. Alright. Bits and pieces of sound make their way into my ears. I can't understand what they mean. All the noises threaten to rouse me from sleep. My groggy body protests. I'm not ready to wake up yet. Hello? My silent pleading does no good, and what I now realize is a voice calling out for me continues. My heavy eyelashes flutter open. You're awake. Thank goodness. Oh. I rub the back of my head while sitting up and taking in the surroundings. Oh. A man stands before me. He is tall with slender fingers and the most enchanting eyes I've ever seen. That's a word for it. He extends a hand out in my direction, offering to help me up. Nervously, I accept. Thank you. It is no trouble. I couldn't possibly leave a lady alone out here in a state like that. Who? Who are you? My name is Dillert. My eyes widen. It's such a unique name. I can't help wondering if it's foreign. I'm Kikka. Well, Kikka the Steadfast, but I don't want to brag about having a title. The elders of my village just gave it to me because I do so much for them. How remarkable. Not really. You are too modest, Kikka. Tell me, what brings you out to this neck of the bridges? I have to assume it isn't for the fine scenery. I hope that the darkness of night covers my cheeks, which have to have gone red by now. Dillard makes for some very fine scenery. Certainly, and he's charming too. Somehow, I can't seem to remember. Everything before you got here is a blur. I'm terribly sorry. In that case, I suppose you wouldn't know the way to the shore either. No. I could escort you there if you wish. Oh. I would appreciate it. Then escort you I shall. Thank you. The two of us begin walking side by side. It's embarrassing to be standing so close together, but the bridges aren't too wide and it is still nice. I sneak a glance at him. Dillard, what were you doing before coming across me? I was merely taking a stroll. I see. I'm sorry if I interrupted you. You have done no such thing. In truth, even if you had not needed my assistance to find your way back, I had hoped to invite you to join my walk regardless. Dillard. We walk in silence, enjoying one another's presence. So, Kikka, can you remember anything else? I'm not sure. Can you tell me about yourself instead? What do you do for a living? He chuckles and I blush. I hope I didn't seem too eager. I suppose you could say I'm a man of the lake. Do a little bit of fishing, a little bit of hunting. I don't have a career per se. I'm quite self-sufficient. There's no need for me to go out and work to support myself. I see. I do enjoy spending my time walking these bridges and encountering all the unique individuals who do the same. Do you usually take walks with him? No, this is the first time. Somehow it feels like I couldn't leave you alone. I see. I just want to imagine what might be going through someone's head who watched this scene before getting the true ending, without ever discovering the true path. Like some sort of acid trip. Much too soon, the shore comes into view. One of the old boards of the dock breaks as I step on it. I begin falling backwards. My eyes shut and I brace for the impact. But it never comes. My descent was stopped by something sturdy. I cautiously opened my eyes again. Dillard caught me and I'm being held in his arms. His silky smooth arms. Thank you. You're welcome. We're so close. Well, I gotta save here. I slip out of his hold, flustered. Unable to look at him, I dart into the forest ahead. Kikka, farewell. When I come to my senses, I realize I never even said goodbye. But now it's too late. My heart drops. I hope that I can see him again someday. Okay, ending. Oh my god. Kiss him. I lean in, removing the little distance remaining between us. Choo! We part quickly, both bashful. I appreciate you walking me back. It was my pleasure. Sadly, I must return now. Farewell, Kikka the Steadfast. May our paths in this maze called life cross again. Yes. All I can do is watch as he disappears into the mist. Goodbye, Dillard. After that, I went back to my normal life. Sometimes it seems like that time when I kissed him under the moonlight was just a dream. No, I shake off such thoughts. I have to believe it was real and that one day we will meet again. And no matter what happens, I'll always remember that magical night. Best ending, yeah! Thank you for playing. Aw, that was cute. Now, unfortunately, we have to get the worst ending. Why not? I'm sorry. Kikka! It's too embarrassing. I couldn't face someone like that. Like this. I run off into the night and never come across Dillard again. Ending. Ah, simple enough. That was silly and cute. Okay, it is still certainly a dream, but... weirdly plausible that a Nixie named Dillard could actually exist. In this sense. A very polite, gentlemanly Nixie. Gentlemanly prowler, so to speak. Out there waiting to sweep Kikka the Steadfast off her feet. I lose perspective. It's spoilers from several routes. Recommended is watched once you no longer intend to play the main story content. Would you like to continue with this scene? Yeah, let's do it. Oh! It features small moments from many different parts of the game shown through Lou's perspective to give insight on what was going on with that guy. The dialogue and character personalities are exaggerated for humor, though there is truth in the core of what happens. At the beginning... Excuse me? You're here. What is happening on the shore? The woman with glasses and long hair is back again, and there are 2 more people who showed up. I guess they're guards or something. Also, the really big one said you were a bastard. Well, fuck that guy. I'm sorry. The lady he was with stood up for you, though. She knows about your history with Garvin. A busybody who wants to learn all about this lake, some jackass, and a Garvin fan. This is going to be a miserable journey. Yes, Lou? I want to be a prowler. Not yet, especially not tonight. I'm sick of just being a loser messenger boy. You're not a messenger boy, you're a spy. That is plenty to be proud of. No, it isn't. Staying under the surface and listening is the easiest job there is. I know how to take more believable forms than others. I got the patrol right, so why can't I? Because you can't handle it with the way you're acting, you dumbass. You don't get to decide everything. You're not my real dad. I'm the closest thing you've got. Okay, I'm enjoying this already. I'm also thinking of how much fun it would have to be to To get the voice actors who voice acted the main story to voice act this scene. I imagine that'd be a load of fun. To record and to listen to after the fact. I don't need a dad at all. None of us do. And it's still not your job to decide what everyone else does with their life. That's right, and there isn't time to discuss with everyone else. So there. Some other time. I did talk to the others and I'm doing it. So there to you. Before this is over, we're going to find out if you're right about me or not. What? Bye? Lou, wait. Splash. Why must he be such a reckless moron? This truly is going to be a miserable journey. Mistakes were made. I can't believe he thinks I'm not smart enough to manage walking around. Like he's so great. I've lived in this lake my whole life too. I see these bridges every single day. I can handle this. Wait, where am I? I'm lost. Damn, I fucked it up. What am I gonna do now? I can't go back to the lake like this. I'll just wait. Yeah, no one will ever have to know. I'll sit right here and take a small form and nobody's gonna find out. And that's a good plan. Except I know. I know that I really am that useless. Joking aside, this is the thing that Lou tried to do. Tried to be useful to the guide at the lake. By doing more than just being a messenger boy. And he got himself lost. This was his mistake. I hear footsteps. Go away, please. Just pass on by. Not getting farther away. Leave me alone. Oh, here I am. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I'm fucking worthless. What the hell? It's a guy. Oh shit. Separated from the group. Those creatures have started whispering loudly. I do not even want to imagine what they might be so excited about. Hey, is something wrong? Ooh, Lou's got a girlfriend. I wish I could have a cool human girlfriend. Well, not all of us are as lucky as Lou, that stud. Fucking assholes. The truth of what happened. Oh? Aha, it's a new shell, just like I thought. I have to add this to my collection. To do that, I need to go back into the lake. Oh, God. You know what? Fuck them and fuck this. I quit. I'm not doing anything. There's nobody who's going to stop me. I'm walking right back into the lake to take what's coming. No one cares, and neither should I. Bye, world. Thanks for nothing. Another person's romance. Kikka, thank God you're okay. Gag. Gag. I hate that guy. Me too. Ooh, I'm Bamele. My name is terrible and hard to pronounce and wouldn't be so nice if everything could just be nice. Yet would, you stupid fucking jock? Everyone thinks that. Doesn't mean it's possible. I wish he died. Me too. Well, Lou, it looks like we still have one thing in common. Kikka. Get over it. That's not the problem here. Don't want to stay anymore. I'm going to leave right now and nobody can stop me. We'll say goodbye, but that is it. No one will even care that I'm gone. Oh, hi. This dumbass Little Mermaid bullshit is going to be the death of me, I swear. Well, Lou, you threw away all the many chances you had to kill a human. Do you have any regrets? I regret that I didn't make out with Kikka. You stupid bitch! Be serious! I am being serious. I totally could have made a move while we were out on the shore. I just ran away. I'm so lame. Oh my fucking God. Okay, listen. I'm going to bring a new human tonight. All you have to do is hold on until then, and then you can kill whoever that is. No. Why not? Kikka would never forgive me. She isn't going to find out. I don't care. She didn't risk her life for my sake that I could go murder someone else. No, she risked her life so you could live, which you are not doing. I'm sorry. What is your plan, Lou? Are you going to just sit here until you shrivel up and die, waiting for a person you've known for only 2 days? Yes. You're killing me, Lou. You're killing me. You're tearing me apart, Lou! I'm pretty sure you're the one who's killing me. I hate everything. Well, that's too bad for you. For once I get to be the one who's happy with how something's worked out. Kikka, wherever you are, wherever you go, I hope you'll be happy too. So in order to be one who can stay outside the lake, you have to kill a human? And by virtue of Lou not doing that, he can't survive outside the lake that we're getting at, after the sacrifice. Sheesh, everyone in this lake is such a grabby asshole. After everything I went through, there's no way I'm dying until she reaches the other side. I have to see that she makes it. I'll just go back to my prowler form. No one will even notice. And then when this night is truly over, I'll turn myself in for real. Turn herself in the sense that rules of Nixie that you can't walk the bridges without killing a human first. So the Nixie hierarchy, kill a human, you drag a human in underwater and kill him, you can then walk the bridges. Oh, why is the guide coming this way? He couldn't know. It's impossible. I've just gotta play it cool. I know it's you, Lou. And how'd you figure it out? All the other prowlers have enough sense to not be here right now, you dumbass. This recklessness cannot continue. It's insane, Lou. Completely fucking insane. If only he didn't come alone, he wouldn't have been able to speak to me this way. Holy God, Lou! Shit, we're so screwed. If I don't think of something quick, they're gonna kill her for me. They're gonna kill her for seeing me after I was supposed to be dead. Man, you freaking scared me. Glad you're okay. Yeah, well, about that. Very abrupt. I low-key kind of love that. Not gonna lie. It felt very much like a after credits blooper reel of Lake of Voices. Meaningful in actually doing some explaining of what we're seeing. Some things here. Meaningful in that respect, but still very, very silly, very fun. I still think it'd be absolutely fun to hear the voice actors in this game record that. Just for shits and giggles, really. Okay, one more. Interview with the guide. Sven explores multiple routes. Alright. Continue. Information gained from this interview is accurate, despite the very inaccurate way it's presented. Oh. Hello, Mr. Guide. Who are you, and why are you on our lake? My name is Susan. I'm here on behalf of the GB Patch Company. It's for that off-the-record interview. Is that today? This is inconvenient, to say the least. How did you even reach an island? One of your secretaries brought me. We don't have secretaries. They're spies. There's a difference. Sure, you're the boss. Shall we begin? There's no one else who can speak it as a representative for your kind better than you, and you did already agree. Fine, I will humor you, but only for a time. That's all I need. Also, I've been thoroughly briefed on all the events that took place or could have taken place in Sinnlos recently. By that you mean the journey Lou interrupted. Exactly. We're very well informed on those happenings. Don't be taken aback if I'm aware of even the most private conversations. I wouldn't have been. Then, first question, what is your name already? That doesn't come up anywhere and it needs to be resolved. My true name is, of course, in my true tongue. clicks and chirps don't easily translate into your alphabet. There's gotta be something. Dower would be the closest parallel. Dower? Fitting. Honestly, your name is Dower of all things? Yes, it is a fitting and traditional name for our kind. This world must really be awful if parents giving their children such a miserable name is common. We don't have parents. Alright, what do you call those instead? Your company's information on the Nixie is non-existent, I see. That's why I'm interviewing you. A Nix is born when a great deal of the lake's inherent magic coalesces in a small section, thus bringing the black water to life. Sinnlos itself is the only parent we claim to have. When a Nix dies, their magic disperses back into the water. That magic will eventually regather and form a new creature. Okay, so a while back I did sort of theorize that maybe people who died on the lake became Nixie, but I see that's wrong. They're literally birthed from the lake itself. It does beg the question of why they hunt humans, if there's a reason other than just to instill fear in humans and keep them away. The cycle could repeat for all time, so long as nothing disturbs the delicate balance. Magic is easy to dilute and even easier to circulate. Unless we are left be, pure magic will not be able to gather, and therefore our kind will not be able to continue on. That's quite a fascinating predicament. Where did you get your name with no parents to give it to you? I chose it for myself. Oh dear, that makes it even worse. This is why I don't bother telling humans my name any longer. Wait, I thought it was because it made you uncomfortable to have someone calling for help referring to you by name. Is that what I said? Do you believe everything you hear? No, but I'd assumed not everything that came out of you was a lie. It isn't. My methods on how to survive the bridges are the truth, even if the reasons why they work are a farce. Is that all? Perhaps. Then could you elaborate? What are you fishing for? I'd like to know what your feelings are for Kikka. If she stands by you, you either kill her or you make sure she never comes near you again. But you only wanted to protect your kind from being found out. It wasn't what you would have preferred. You did have some affection for her, right? I'm not the only one running a farce on this lake. You are with this interview. People need to be informed. I knew little of her, and she knew nothing of me. Even so, that doesn't mean you felt nothing. So why don't you answer that question I actually asked? No. Any positive qualities she possesses cannot make me forget that she is a threat to our entire existence. And what about when she knows and still chooses to stay? She is hardly a threat then. She could even be called something of an ally to your cause. When she knows the truth, she could not possibly feel the same way she does when the reality of what I truly do is obscured. You're pretty compelled to dodge this question, huh? Even if she wasn't happy with you, that doesn't mean you dislike her. A relationship between the two of us can never come to be. Must always put the sake of the Nixie over her. One would be better suited being with a partner who is willing to sacrifice for them, not use them as a sacrifice. Such as what Lou would do. How tragic. Being with a partner who is willing to sacrifice for them, not use them as a sacrifice. Considering how much I take away from this world, I cannot complain about what I must personally forego. Oh, this sad smile of sorts. That is all I have to say on the matter. I understand. Since you mentioned Lou, could you share some insight on your relationship? You don't deny how much you care for him. Implying that I'm in denial about caring for someone else. Possibly. Oh, it's just a figure of speech. So, Lou? He's a dumb bitch, but I love him. Alright then. Only Nixie with exceptionally high amounts of magic can take on an appearance as detailed as a human. When a Nix has such power, it is assumed in our community that they will use it to protect the lake. And Lou has struggled to live up to expectations, especially because his own are much higher than the ones we have for him. He's always taken small failures so hard it never built up much confidence. I admit, I can't understand why he gets the way he does about it all. We are very different in personality and perspective. Lou, you took on a human form, but you did it too well, and now you have depression. True. Could he have been comparing himself to you? Seems like you've always been the big man on campus. I wonder. It's amazing to me that despite being born in a place where we must kill to survive, and his own cynical opinion of himself, that Lou's still so sensitive. He has a shell collection. They are a mundane sight for us who live in a lake, yet he finds something worthwhile in them. I am biased because he is one of my own, but I feel Lou is a special individual in this dark world. I hope that he can find happiness. Aw, that's very sweet. You sound like a proud parent. Our ages and years are not far apart. However, I am a guardian for him, as well as all Nixie. Because of that, it is not unreasonable to view our relationship in such a way. I wish the best for that moody child I don't understand. Unfortunately, all he ever seems to do is get himself killed. I knew he was going to lose his confidence and quit partway through. He didn't have enough belief in himself to make it yet. But even I couldn't have anticipated how poorly things actually worked out. That humanoid form was always Lou's favorite, and the one he was most comfortable in. I guess it was because showing that off made him feel a little better about his capabilities. Never did I think that one day he would use it to speak to real humans. When I saw him there sitting in the middle of the bridge, I was so pissed. I just wanted him to get away from there, that instant. Honestly, what was he thinking? I would have had a heart attack if I truly possessed a heart. Did you see that one case where he just trips and falls into the lake to his death? Oh my fucking god. Did he seriously trip and fall into the lake? On the island? And die? Wait, you don't have one? Those paths when he, Okay, I suppose you could say it's the narrow bridge path with Lou, where Lou can fall off the bridge into the lake and not come back. As opposed to the middle of the lake, where, judging by the Lou event, it seems like he just gives up on his human form and returns to the lake. No, the most basic state of a Nix is a formless liquid being. We don't have organs. Huh. Who knew that everyone who called you heartless over the years were absolutely on the money? Oh yes, how very funny. And hold on, this means that those prowler forms are completely made up. Did you guys have a little powwow and discuss what's super spooky to get that look? I don't know how else you would expect us to design an appearance, but it wasn't only about being frightening, it was also about efficiency. How impressive. We've learned a lot about your kind, those who surround you, and yourself. Thank you for that. Let's end this interview with an easy question. Something I do know about Nixie is that slash wounds aren't much of an issue. So when your leg got cut, what was all that groaning and the thing with the medicine just a display of your acting capabilities? Yes. I appreciate your cooperation. That'll be all. Good. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. That was enlightening about a way. Tell us a little more about the Nixie and the lore of the lake, where they come from, how they come into being, how they live, so to speak, the hierarchy. It's interesting. Thank you for that, Mr. Guide. Oh. That's gonna be it for Lake of Voices. I gotta say, I'm very glad I decided to go through everything and see as much of this game as I possibly could. This man was at a good ride. It had a lot of character, given a setting which was really quite simple when you boil it down. Deadly lake settings, just bridges with a looming threat of the water. Don't fall in or you die. Had a lot of character to be found. And spread out quite a bit. It's a really wonderful amount of variation here. Even I know when I was got the first few endings, I was impressed alone where just night one seemed really linear, not much branching, and night two had an amount of branching that really impressed me at the time. That wasn't even the half of it, because I hadn't even tried to save Lou at the time, so that just opened up so much more of the game. It's just really impressively designed, really enjoyed the writing of the game. Just, even in such a narrow, focused period of time, the entire game takes place over 2 days. It has a ton of character to it. Like, we see the turmoil at the heart of Kikka. Very. Learn from the beginning, she's Kikka the Steadfast, and over time, through her inner monologue and dialogue, we see the emotional turmoil she goes through. How she does feel, but it's sort of, this is a world where she got ahead by keeping that repressed, and in quieter moments, isolated settings, emotional moments, she can finally let that loose and only gets stronger from that. More liberating when she can finally embrace her emotions and stop keeping them bottled up, pushed down deep inside of her. Even the conversations we had with the guide in his route, despite that route taking on a whole different context now, with the truth of the lake being known. The guide being very dodgy with talking about his interactions with Kikka on that path, and any affection he might have had towards her, even though it genuinely felt like there was something there. Even if it's just some camaraderie, some emotional connection, some empathy even, towards her nature, her emotional dilemma. Even the true guide, you could say that he is too trying to keep his own emotions in check, to keep this whole enterprise running, to keep his people safe from the outside world. He is very standoffish towards humans and towards Lou too, but he's very clearly demonstrated he does hold a great deal of affection towards Lou. He's capable of that. He's capable of that emotional connection, but he just keeps that under wraps for the good of the lake, I suppose. So I feel like that emotional connection with Kikka on that path, very much real. Very much real in that case. And then we have our other two human characters who undergo their own emotional journey. With Bomele the Reckless, party hound. I wouldn't call him party hound, but he's certainly he is quite certainly thought about him that, like, we see traces of in his normal endings, but I don't think we ever really discussed until that scene on the lake with Bomele and Lou. With Bomele after Lou went back to the lake. Like, you can see evidence of Bomele acting this way earlier on, or several points in the game, I'd say, where he can be... He might even call reference to it directly a few times, but how he can be more reckless and forward in trying to save people because he knows that Kikka has his back. He knows that Kikka the Steadfast will be there to cover him, basically. And while that makes for a fun bit of camaraderie, it's that point when they lose Lou that he kind of has an epiphany that I'm a reckless fool. I need to grow stronger on my own, find my own strength, without relying on you too much, Kikka. I feel like even though that kind of takes away from his normal ending of sorts, kind of takes away from their friendship, judging by the ending narration in that case. I feel like that's not a bad sort of growth for Bomele. Perhaps the difference in the true path is that he finds a way to undergo that kind of growth while still staying close to Kikka. Can find that strength without giving up his friendship with Kikka, and in fact letting that grow closer even. And in Margaret's case, someone who really has no direction in her life, sort of kind of hitting a dead end, and nowhere left to go. So she turns to the one place that really hadn't turned her away yet, the lake. Call it a matter of depression, call it a matter of losing your way, hitting rock bottom, losing everything and not knowing what to do next. Hitting that rock bottom point. That connection with Kikka is a strong manner of growth for her. I'm gonna say the one line that always stood out to me on Margaret's route was, if there's no place for you in this world, we'll make one. I suppose in that case it's the strength to stand on your own 2 feet and stand up for yourself, to not give up yourself just to fit in. There's a place for you in this world, and I'm not fully equipped to process that, but there's a place for you in this world, and if you can't see it, it's out there. Just gotta stand up and take that step. One step at a time. Take it slow, take it small. You can get back on your feet when you hit rock bottom. The support of people around you can trust is also huge in that matter. Each route, each character kind of goes through a journey of growth in that regard. Well, even the guide kind of goes through a bit of growth on his path, even if he doesn't want to admit it. Perhaps it's very telling of the truth of the lake, that getting all of the guide affection points ends with Kikka being overbearing, trying to get the guide to leave the lake with her, and he just sort of jumps in, the 2 of them, and they die. Well, she dies. Hard to say what happens if the guide would jump in the lake. Hard to say. But yeah, it's definitely... God. There's a lot to this. There's a lot to this game. There's way deeper. The lore in this game went way deeper than I ever expected. I was fully expecting to get through endings with Lou and just have this be a tale of 4 people undergoing, hitting rock bottom and undergoing emotional growth in the aftermath. And just having the lake be a nebulous, mysterious place. But so I think after thinking about it for a while, the truth of the lake does recontextualize a lot, but doesn't take away from the rest of this that much, I think. Like the guide said in his interview segment, a lot of the advice he gives is still accurate, even if it's him directing all of the problems, so to speak. And perhaps the policy of killing at least one in the party is a means of giving everyone else a warning to take away from the lake. Like it's not something they particularly enjoy. But it's... You could argue that just going through a harrowing journey and having many close calls would produce the same level of threat, but killing one of the party who crosses the bridge with him is that much more effective and memorable a threat to the survivors. So that's how he arranges things. Someone has to die. At least one person has to die to drive home the threat of the lake. As he always sends them off, there is nothing left for you here. I expect to never see you again. And that's it. A startlingly effective means of keeping the Nixie safe, so to speak. Ah. I think it's time. I think I've rambled enough. It's time for me to sign off. I absolutely enjoyed the story. For a free game? It was incredible. I hope you enjoyed experiencing this story with me. If you did enjoy, you should check out Our Life by the same developers, GB Patch Games. It is very much a similar character-driven, choice-based visual novel without the looming horror around us. Very slice of life. It's I describe it as a feel-good simulation as well as a feel-better one, where, again, a lot of the same emotional issues are going to come up, but met with understanding and support. Good cathartic means of working through some of these powerful feelings. Yeah, it's definitely recommend checking it out. I believe the base game is free, but it like takes place in four stages, where you literally follow the same characters from childhood to adulthood through 4 different periods of life. I think the first one's free, and if you enjoy the first one, the other one, each separate stage is available on Steam as like DLC for a small price. But it is just looks absolutely delightful. I've yet to play it myself, but I've seen a lot of people who've gotten a lot out of it emotionally. So, just on that alone, how it's affected the people around me, I definitely recommend it to you. Our Life, Beginning and Always. Available on Steam. I'll link in the description below, so check it out. Fully customizable protagonist, one love interest, who literally develops with you as you grow up. It sounds utterly delightful. So definitely check it out. Definitely check out this game if you want to experience it for yourself. And definitely follow GB Patch Games, because they've got a whole I believe, a whole more DLC planned for Our Life, and then a whole another game with the same or similar premise to Our Life in that same franchise of sorts. Is it wrong to call it a franchise? No, it feels right. It feels right, and deservedly so. But check that out. Check this game out. And as always, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, until then.